Ladies and gentlemen, it is not even Monday yet, and the combos are off the charts, guys. The deck profile is ready. Let's get into it. Yo, what is going on, you guys? Bashtianygo here, and today we're going to be checking out the updated Trickstar deck profile post the new support whenever it does come out here in 2024, guys. This deck is absolutely bananas. BANANANANANA. So you see we have the very beautiful colorless proxies here because my printer ran out of colored ink, but it is what it is. But I want to go ahead and show you guys what the deck is going to be looking like posting new support, guys. I think it's going to be the best list moving forward for a pure Trickstar list. And yes, it's actually pure, nothing crazy, nothing more, no cache tier Fenrir needed, nonsense. The deck can actually hold its own and actually has interruption as well, guys. It's super crazy. I even consider that this is the possibility, guys. So with that being said, I want to go ahead and get right into it. Also, make sure you guys stay tuned to the end of the video. I also want to show you guys a quick combo, guys, so you guys know more or less how to go ahead and play this deck. It's really simple, guys, but I want to show you guys the exact lines to go through so you guys are optimizing the deck to its fullest. Now, of course, no deck profile for Trickstar on my channel would be complete without the trusty self-proclaimed Trickstar King crown. So here we go, guys. We are going to go ahead and get right into it. So with that being said, we have here oh my god, we're already messing up. This is too saucy. It messes with the tongue. 3 copies of the Trickstar hoodie, guys. Trickstar hoodie is the greatest thing that could have come to this deck. Crazy, absolutely bananas card. Basically, if you have a Link Fusion monster, you can actually go ahead and special summon this guy out for free, or her out for free. If this card is sent to the graveyard as a link material for a Trickstar card, you actually go ahead and get the effect to go ahead and search a copy of Trickstar Fusion or Trickstar Defusion from your deck, which is crazy to think about. This card is absolutely bananas. Also a level 2, which helps you go into Trickstar Devaridis, which I'm probably mispronouncing, but it does not matter, guys. We have here, of course, now that is of course the brand new goo. We'll go ahead and leave that right up here. Next is some cards that we have all seen before. 3 copies of Trickstar Candina, 2 copies of Lycaris, 2 copies of Corbane, and 1 copy of our trusty Lilybell. I think this is the correct ratio for monsters, guys. In the main deck, I do not think any more than this is going to be necessary, just because the other cards don't really do much on their own as far as getting the play started, and that's really what we need to focus on, guys. We need to make sure Trickstar Candina searches these guys. Lycaris helps you dodge to any type of effect negation in the event that your searches get negated, or target negation with Effect Veiler, Ghost Mourner, Imperm are all really popular hand traps in the current format, guys. I don't know what the format's going to look like when the cards do come out as far as Trickstar hoodie is concerned, but I want to make sure that we stay prepared, of course. Now, of course, Corbane is a card I very much debated playing potentially at 3 because it is such a free extender card in this deck. I think playing at 2 actually is a mistake. I am going to be bumping up to 3 in my updated list here in the near future, guys, but for testing purposes, I think 2 was fine. But yeah, that's going to be it for the actual Trickstar monster count, guys. All the other ones are garbage, personally speaking. And any more than this is essentially just adding more bricks into your deck, except for 1 more Corbane. That was on me. I'll take credit for that one. But I think 2 was fine for testing hands, right? That's gonna be it for the main deck monsters, guys. For this spell, so we play 3 copies of Trickstar Life Stage. Of course, it's the greatest spell card, greatest field spell card ever created in Yu-Gi-Oh! As of course, I'm sure you know. 1 copy of Trickstar Live Stage as well. So because we are playing a Link Pure variant, which is actually now feasibly possible because of the new support, right? We are actually going to be playing Life Stage. Life Stage is a really cool card which lets you generate Trickstar tokens as long as either your opponent has a spell card or you control a Trickstar Link monster. That's really cool as well. Also, what it does is it gets you that additional bit of materials on board, so you can keep combo and extending into Link monsters that are actually good. And you can coincidentally also make Bella Madonna with this deck in a really easy manner. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys here that soon. Probably not in this video, but I'm going to show you guys the goo with this one soon. Next spell we play, of course, is the 5th copy of the field spell, 4th copy of the field spell, if you will, for the Light Stage, and 2 copies of Light Stage. Terraforming is just essential in this deck, right? Let's go ahead and get that out the way. 3 copies of the 2nd greatest spell card ever created for this deck, which is going to be Trickstar Festival. I have been waiting so long for this card to be good, but the thing is that, again, Trickstars have not had a good enough Link Monster for me to actually vouch for this card. Now, the Link Monster is a crazy starter card, guys. It gets your whole engine going, as far as not the Link Monster itself. The Fusion gets the whole engine going, but the Link Monster gets you what the interruption that you are going to need. So Trickstar Festival is a free interruption, also free body on boards as well. You can just keep comboing off and Link summoning like crazy in this deck. Super wild. One copy of Trickstar Fusion. Yes, I did not make a proxy for this. I thought I had it. I didn't have it. I searched everywhere. I probably threw all the Trickstar Fusions I had in the garbage because I thought it was trash. My bad. I'll take the blame for that one, fine. But you play one copy of Trickstar Fusion, guys. This is actually really good card now. Now that we actually have a competent fusion monster we can go into that's really good, we want to go ahead and make her as often as possible. So we activate Trickstar Fusion, and then during whatever other time you have, you actually go ahead and banish the card from the graveyard to add a Trickstar card in your Trickstar monster in your graveyard, add it back into your hand. And what that effect allows you to do is, after you finish comboing off, you activate this, banish it, add Candina back into your hand, or you can also add back the one copy of the Trickstar hoodie. And what that allows you to do, guys, is get you immediate follow-up for next turn as well, which is mind-blowing, guys. Free follow-up. Who knew that Trickstars could be able to get their own follow-up? That just is absolutely beautiful, and I think that's great. Anyway, guys, we're gonna go ahead and keep on going, power through here. Last Trickstar spell we're gonna play is Angel of Blue Tears. Is another card I had mentioned prior to that I fully believed was garbage. However, now that we have ways to search Blue Tears cards, which is not a Trickstar card, Blue Tears cards, now it's not that bad. And what I mean by this, right? So this has the ability to serve as two ways. One, it is a very easy way to go ahead and push for damage against your opponent, because you go ahead and target your own monster, because it says target a face-up card on the field. Its controller's opponent takes damage equal to the number of cards in their hand times 200, and then you negate that target's effect to the end phase, which Trickstar cards don't really have effects on the field besides the continuous effects to burn, and that's not really something that you're going to lose out on. So after you're summoning all your stuff, you activate Blue Angel, you activate the Angel of Blue Tears, target your stuff, target whatever you have, negate it, and then burn your opponent for whatever damage. Also really great in-time card as well, but having that additional effect negation as well is really cool, because you can target both your opponent, your opponent's monsters, or your monsters as well. If you want to either push for damage or for negation, you can go ahead and target whatever. If they have Baron up, just activate Angel Blue Tears, target the Baron. They have to negate, or they let it go through, whatever, doesn't matter, and then you OTK them from there, right? Next, for consistency, I still have to play 2 copies of Power Prosperity. Realistically, I see myself only getting rid of 3 cards off this card a lot. The deck is just consistent, really consistent already, but it's nice having those additional pieces in your hand as well. For the additional trap cards, we play 3 copies of Trickstar Reincarnation. Of course, 3 copies is still the correct move. I think anything less than this is just not ideal, only because, of course, this gets you recursion for Link plays. It's a great interruption card, especially now more than ever, right? And so if the Trickstar cards were to have revealed now and I'm playing this deck at locals, this is a great card to activate in the event your opponent goes normal summon Snake Eye Ash, search Popular effect to summon. You go Trickstar Reincarnation, banish your hand, and now that fizzles. So really good to have this as well. Trickstar Reincarnation just is a great card, guys. So good. Next, we play 1 copy of Trickstar Defusion and 1 copy of Maiden of Blue Tears. Both good cards on their own. So Maiden of Blue Tears is a crazy card, guys. This, what it essentially does, if you happen to control if you run special summons a monster, I should say, while you control a Trickstar Link monster, you guys should go ahead and flip this card up, destroy that monster that was special summoned, and then burn your opponent equal to its attack. So this card is crazy for dealing just a massive amount of damage. Also, if you deal effect damage while this card's in your graveyard, you can banish this card to allow you to get any normal spell card in your graveyard and add it back to your hand. Let me repeat that. Any normal spell card in your graveyard and add it back to your hand. That means you can add back a Reinforcement of the Army, which I mentioned, terrible card to play in this deck, but you could. Power of Prosperity, Terraforming are all normal spell cards you can go ahead and add back to your hand. Trickstar Festival, add it back to your hand. Crazy recursion with this card as well, on top of it being insane interruption also. And then Trickstar Defusion, as you just go ahead and fusion or potentially link summon on your opponent's turn, which is nice. But it also has an interesting graveyard effect. You go ahead and banish from your graveyard, target a Trickstar card you control, and then your opponent has to target that one specific Trickstar card. which is nice because it helps you funnel all your opponent's attacks into just one monster. Hand traps, 3 Ash, 3 Droll, 3 Veiler, 3 Imperm. I think is standard and necessary, so we're gonna go ahead and keep moving forward. You can cut the Veilers for nibs if you would like, because you can't cut the Drolls in this deck. You just can't cut the Drolls. You're crazy. There's no way you're cutting the Drolls. You could try potentially a 43 card build if you want to go ahead and play Nibiru's with 15 hand traps. It really depends on what the format calls for when the cards are released, but for right now, I feel very comfortable taking a deck like this to locals as far as the main deck goes. And for the extra deck, we're gonna go ahead and get right into that as well. You'll be cut 1 copy of Trickstar Bloom. Bloom is actually a pretty decent card because you're able to go ahead and link off your 1 copy of the hoodie. Once you go ahead and special summon this guy out, but the star of the show, guys, is going to be Trickstar Cold Chica. So Cold Chica, why it's so good, the effects are not that good. The effects are not that good, okay? It has an effect when it's in the graveyard. You can go ahead and banish it if your opponent's monster is destroyed by a Trickstar or whatever, and you burn your opponent for that much attack, which is cool. But the real reason why this is really good is because this can be made with any Trickstar you control, any Trickstar at all, guys, any non-linked Trickstar. So you can actually go ahead and normal summon Candina and go into this, and then because you have a link on board, you can then special summon Trickstar Hoodie. So any normal summon along with Trickstar Hoodie is full combo as well, which is really just crazy to think about, guys. So 2 copies of Cold Chica is good enough. 2 copies of the brand new Trickstar Noble Angel as well is a really good card. Of course, it searches you a what's it called, Blue Tears card on summon. It also allows you to go ahead and special summon any Trickstar monster from your graveyard, which is stupid. So if you want guys like to link climb, this is definitely going to be one of the best cards for it. I mean, Trickstar was just missing a card like this that would special summon back from the graveyard or special summon from the deck, whatever. Just swarm monsters onto the field, guys. So good. Holly Angel. Crimson Heart actually comes up now as decent. Trickstar Devaritis, 1 Foxglove Witch, 1 Delphinium, 1 copy of Bella Madonna for the rest of the Trickstar Link monsters. Delphinium comes up the least amount. I see myself banishing this card a lot off Prosperity, so I'll probably add a 2nd copy of I don't know, actually, or I could add something else like Underworld Goddess, because the deck actually surprisingly spams out a fun, interesting number of monsters. So we can actually go ahead and go that route as well. But yeah, so Bella Madonna is actually a really good card because it is always going to be unaffected by card effects if you're able to go ahead and summon it in your rightmost monster zone, because this card says as long as it doesn't point to anything, you're good to go, and you can summon that right here because all its link arrows are really awkward. So as long as it doesn't point to anything, you are good, clean off to go ahead and have just this card sit. It's like a tower, so it just can't be affected. Only thing that sucks is that it doesn't really do anything on its own besides burn your opponent for 200 for every Trickstar name in your graveyard. So that's, you know, it is what it is. So the essential link climb thing is you can actually, because you'll have the fusion and you'll have the Noble Angel on the field, you activate Noble Angel, special summon back, burn your opponent for whatever you might have, and then you go ahead and link a 3 into Foxglove Witch, right? And Foxglove Witch is actually going to be able to burn your opponent as well. And Foxglove Witch is link climb into Bella Madonna and burn your opponent again. So you don't always have to push for a lot of damage in the battle phase, because you're going to be doing a lot of damage during the main phase as well, which is why you're never going to lose in time with this deck. For the 2 fusions we play 2 copies of the brand new fusion, guys. Trickstar Band Dromatis, a crazy good card, guys, that allows you to go ahead and search a Trickstar on summon, which is really good. Also gives you additional interruptions as well, so as same does with Noble Angel. So the cards just absolutely beautiful synergy. For example, with Blue Angel, if you cause any effect damage while this guy is on the field, you can target any face-up card on the field and automatically destroy it. While as Dromatis, you get to go ahead and target a face-up monster on the field and make its attack 0, which does help out quite a bit in getting around some big monsters out there. So that is fantastic. And for the last 2 cards I play in the deck, we play 1 Sky Crisis and 1 SP Little Knight. Just for desperation moves, if you have to, is just something I thought was necessary in the deck still. Is because Trickstar cards are really good, but when it like the new support is crazy good. Don't get me wrong. but I would not play other Trickstar Link or Fusion monsters over these two. Like Trickstar Catback, I would not play that card. That card is bad. It's just a bad card. And the other Fusion is just a bad card as well. It doesn't do it. They don't do anything for you. So I'd much rather have these two. These are high impact cards in the extra deck. But that's gonna be it for the actual deck profile, guys. I think it's running on a little bit long, so my apologies on that, but let's get right into the combos. All right, guys, I'm gonna show you guys the quick 1-card combo, how you guys are able to go ahead and go full combo, which is 1 copy of Candina. So we're gonna normal summon out our copy of Candina, activate Candina effect to go ahead and search through our decks. Thankfully, this is all in order, so we're gonna go ahead and search out our copy of Light Stage. Light Stage is going to activate Light Stage effect to then search a Trickstar monster. We're gonna search our copy of Trickstar Hoodie. Next, because we do have Trickstar on board, we're gonna go ahead and link her off into our copy of Trickstar Cold Chica, and then activate the Hoodie effect to special summon. There we go, link her off into our copy of Trickstar Bloom. And then because Hoodie was used as a link material, we're going to go ahead and search our decks for 1 copy of Trickstar Fusion. Again, my bad, I did not proxy this one, but it is what it is. So we're going to activate Trickstar Fusion here to go ahead and fuse these 2 Trickstar cards into our copy of Trickstar Bandumaratus. You go ahead and summon her here or here, doesn't really matter. I'm just go ahead and summon her in the middle, because why not? Then Dramatis effect is going to go ahead and search out any Trickstar card we want and desire. So we're going to go ahead and search out a copy of Trickstar Festival. And then we're going to go ahead and activate our copy of Trickstar Festival to get 2 tokens on the board, 2 Trickstar tokens specifically. So we have 2 Trickstar tokens, guys. Link these 2 off to go into our copy of Trickstar Noble Angel. Now Noble Angel is going to then activate, of course, because it was link summoned, to go ahead and search us out a copy of Blue Tears spell traps. We're gonna go ahead and search Maiden of Blue Tears. This is gonna be the interruption for you guys as well. We're gonna go ahead and set this, and then we're going to activate the Noble Angel effect to special summon out the Trickstar Hoodie. And then we're going to activate the Trickstar Fusion in our graveyard to add back the Candina to our hand for follow-up for next turn as well. So what do we have here so far, guys? We have, of course, the interruption from our Maiden of Blue Tears. We do have the Trickstar. I do like to summon back the Trickstar Hoodie just in case we're able to stop our opponents enough, and then we go ahead and use this thing's effect next turn as well in case we link it off. Also gives me another body on board, which if I can add another body on board, I don't see why I wouldn't. I do have follow-up again for next turn, and we also have these two effects where if we deal any type of effect damage at all, we're actually going to be able to go ahead and activate this Noble Angel's effect to pop a card on the field, and do Marauders effect to go ahead and make an attack 0, which this will deal damage as well. So it's really essential to go ahead and make sure that you're maximizing on this, guys. I was getting kind of hot, so we're going to go ahead and take that off. But we're going to have a second combo for you guys. If you have the Trickstar Hoodie along with a Trickstar Festival, we're gonna go ahead and start this off by activating Trickstar Festival, getting our 2 tokens out. Let's go. So we're gonna have 2 tokens out. We're gonna link 1 into our Cold Chica, special summon out the Cold Chica because we do special summon out the Trickstar Hoodie. Link off the Hoodie, of course. Hoodie is then going to go into Bloom, Hoodie effect, to go ahead and search out our trusty copy of the Trickstar Fusion, wherever it is. Trickstar Fusion. We're going to go ahead and activate the Trickstar Fusion, fusing these two off into our copy of the Dramatis. Now Dramatis is going to go ahead and activate the effect to search out our copy of Trickstar Light Stage. Light Stage is then going to activate to search out a copy of Candina. Here we're going to normal summon out the Trickstar Candina. Candina is going to be really good because it's going to go ahead and get us a copy of Live Stage while also getting us another free body onto the board. So we're going to go ahead and capitalize on this, guys. Activate our copy of Live Stage. Now, if you guys have not read Live Stage is a crazy card that we can actually go ahead and read together. This card actually go ahead is a free token generator for Trickstar. Specifically says if you control a Trickstar Link monster, you can special summon Trickstar token, level 1, 0 attack, 0 defense, and then if your controller happens to control a spell trap card, you can special summon again another Trickstar token. So we're gonna go ahead and activate just that here in just a little bit, guys. We're gonna go ahead and link these 2 off into our copy of Trickstar Noble Angel. Noble Angel is then going to activate to go ahead and special summon to search, my apologies, our copy of Maiden of Blue Tears, which is either going to be in the front or the back or somewhere in the middle. No, where is the Maiden of Blue Tears? We're going to go ahead and set that one. And then we're going to go ahead and activate the Noble Angel effect. So here we have two options. Essentially, we can actually go ahead and special summon out our copy of the Fusion, or we can go and special summon out our copy of Hoodie. Now, because we have Ice Age on board, we already have another token generator, so we really are good to go from here. So what we're going to go ahead and end up doing, guys, is we're going to go ahead and summon back the Fusion. And then what we're going to do is going to go ahead and activate Life Stage to summon out another token, because we control a Trickstar Link token and Trickstar Link monster. Link these two off, these are tokens, and then go into our copy of Trickstar Divaritis. So what this is going to allow us to do, guys, is going to have a decent amount of burn damage on our opponent's turn, because Trickstar Divaritis burns your opponent for 200 for each time they activate a normal or special summon. The only drawback this is that we don't have Trickstar Light Stage on board to capitalize on the damage and deal even double, but really what this board is set up to do is to go ahead and have negation. So you put normal, special summons, anything, these have effects when your opponent takes damage as well. Also, you can definitely go ahead and activate the Maiden of Blue Tears effect in the graveyard to go ahead and maximize on this also. So overall, a lot of interruption, a lot of burn damage happening here, guys. Honestly, I'm really excited to see what the true potential of Trickstar is going to be. I'm going to keep messing around with this deck. Again, I am not going to stop until I'm able to find you guys a quick OTK or OTK line you can go ahead and use in order to capitalize this at the very most. But without further ado, guys, hope you guys did enjoy the deck profile and combo tutorial. If you guys did enjoy, be sure you guys leave a like, subscribe. If you guys like these more in-depth combo tutorial things with Trickstar or not with Trickstar, let me know in the comment section down below. I really appreciate you guys' support. Love each and every single one of you guys. Make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.